All right, hello. Welcome back to my channel, everybody. I am sorry. I have not been doing videos very regularly this summer. My kids are home, of course, and it just does not make for a conducive filming environment. But I wanted to update you, all my teacher friends, about what has been happening with me with online teaching. So first of all, I wanted to start from, maybe saw from the title of this video, I am working for 4 online companies now. Kind of spiraling. But my first one that I always talk about on this channel is VIPKID. And my schedule with VIPKID, I am so grateful. It has been so steady. I'm working from 4:30 to 9 every morning. Hi, Danny. Good to see you. I'm working from 4:30 to 9 every morning, so that's 9 classes a day, and it's been great. Now, that last hour of the day, I'm in Central Time, so it's 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. That's the one that doesn't book very well because only trial classes and kids outside of China can book that last hour. So I get it maybe like out of the 10 classes in a week, I get like 4 to 6. I have 2 regulars. I'm so grateful about this. 2 regulars that are outside of China, so they book those spots. And then I get a trial here or there. So that's VIPKID. I am so grateful. I know a lot of people are struggling with bookings. I do have a video on my channel about some of my advice if you're struggling with bookings. It's kind of blunt advice, I'm going to be honest with you. So go check that out if you need some encouragement about your bookings. So then that's my first company, rocking and rolling. Most of my students are regulars, and I'm so grateful for that. And really, that's like the best part of my day oftentimes with teaching. I just love it. I love seeing my regulars. Then my second company is Gogokid. My friend on here, Danny, referred me more than a year ago now. It was February 2019 I started working for them. If you want to learn more about Gogokid, Danny is Happy Farms, and there's a lot of great videos about Gogokid. Gogokid and VIPKID are very similar. And the reason I decided to add Gogokid way back then was I had a couple months where I got very close to my 6 cancellations for VIPKID. Actually, I don't think I ever even got to 6, but I just got nervous. So anybody who teaches online knows that the cancellation policies are strict, and they will just like cut you off at 6. So I was getting a little nervous. I wanted to have a backup plan. If something happened with VIPKID, like if I got very sick or something, I wanted to have something ready to go. So that's always been kind of my backup company. So back in fall of 2019, Gogokid changed their payment policy, and I took a pay cut with that. Basically, they were rewarding or are rewarding teachers who teach more classes with them, and I was only able to teach a couple with them. So I moved most of my classes to VIPKID, and now I use Gogokid as strictly a backup. Like I'll open usually about 5 classes, 5 slots a month, and because I had worked for them for so long before, they almost always fill, which is kind of nice. So it's a backup. If anything ever happens with VIPKID, I can jump over to Gogokid. And truth be told, I really love the Gogokid lessons. Honestly, I prefer them in some ways to VIPKID. They're very interactive. They're like a game. They're colorful, lots of music, lots of like movement, things that the kids move. The classes go so fast. So if you do want to add a backup company, Gogokid is a great option. I actually just helped a friend get hired to Gogokid. And side note, or here, I'll put a side note, all of these companies are still hiring. So there's no hiring freeze. You can still get hired at all these companies. I actually helped somebody get hired at all 3 of these online teaching companies this month, which was really fun, walking people through the different processes with VIPKID, Gogokid. And then the third company I'm going to talk to you about is Outschool. And if you're a VIPKID teacher, I'm sure you've heard Outschool floating around. I am not an early adopter usually. Do you know what I mean? Like if there's something new and trendy, I kind of like to wait it out and see how it's going to go and see how people like it, that kind of thing. But for this one, I really felt like it fit me well. So I dove right into Outschool. I applied on Memorial Day. I got hired the next week, and I started planning classes, and I taught my first class last Monday. or this Monday. So like a few days ago. So it was pretty fast process for me, I think, like a month from start to finish. And maybe that doesn't sound fast, but the thing about Outschool is that you have to create your own curriculum. So the actual hiring process with Outschool is very quick. The part that's long is that you have to develop your own classes. And yes, Danny, I see your comment. My plan with Outschool all along was to develop the classes in the summer, and then start teaching in the fall. Well, here's the deal. There's a solid chance that my children, will be doing distance learning in the fall. And I'm still like a little heartbroken about this. I can't talk about it. That's a whole other video. They're public school kids, and we all in America are waiting to hear what's going to happen with public schools in the fall. And I thought, I'm not going to put all my hope on my kids returning full-time to school in the fall and teaching Outschool. I'm just going to start now. So how I'm doing Outschool is that last hour of the day for VIPKID, so 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Time, I'm going to start opening that up. Aside from my couple regulars, I'm going to open that up for Outschool. Because it's unreliable with VIPKID and Gogokid anyway. So Danny wrote, I thought my kids were homeschooled. No, I homeschooled for preschool, but my kids go to public schools, my two older kids. And I really do hope they can return full-time in the fall, but it is still very much a maybe around here in Minnesota at least. So we'll see. We'll see. If they're doing distance learning, there's no way I can be teaching online while I'm trying to help them with their distance learning. Not going to happen. So yes, so I've been opening that last slot. I just have started with 3 classes that I'm teaching with Outschool. Let me tell you a little bit about Outschool because it's very different from VIPKID and Gogokid. It is a marketplace where you can basically sell your classes to whoever wants to find them for whatever price, whatever age range, and whatever class size you want. So as you can imagine, when you control those 3 options, there's a ton of variety in potential with how much you can make. So I won't get into the details of all my classes, but I basically am charging $8 per learner per half hour right now. And one of my classes is open to 10 students. I've never had 10 students book yet. I haven't taught this class yet. I'm teaching it on Friday. But even if I get half of that, if I get 5 learners at $8 for that half hour, that's much higher rate than VIPKID. So I'm just kind of excited to play around with it. Of course, just like VIPKID, you're not guaranteed your slots to fill. You're not guaranteed people will even book your class at all. So it's all kind of like a experiment to see what classes are interesting to students, to see what price point is worthwhile for families. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. And I taught my first class. I'm teaching 3 classes, as I said. One is a pen pal class where I teach how to write a letter, and then I connect the students in the class as pen pals, which is kind of fun. The next class I'm teaching soon is a story time and drawing class. And then the third one that I have ready and I have not scheduled yet is a kindergarten morning meeting class. So like talking about songs, weather, calendar, that kind of thing. And then in the fall, if my children go back to school, I will be scheduling my 4th one that I'm most excited about, to be honest with you, and that is kindergarten one-on-one tutoring. So like helping struggling readers or helping kids get in to kindergarten with all the skills that they need. Let me answer some of the questions from the chat. Danny, thanks for all your questions. I see that you've been doing afternoons for Outschool. That's a great idea. My afternoons are so busy around here, I couldn't do it, but that's great that it works for you. Yes, she said raise it to 10. I think I will. I wanted to keep it low at first so I could get some classes booked. Yeah, and then kindergarten, I hope that, especially because a lot of people are holding their kindergartners back because they don't want to start kindergarten with distance learning, I'm hoping that there will be a market for kindergarten. And really, that was my expertise. I taught kindergarten for 12 years, well, for 9 years and then subbing a bit. And then I loved the piece about kindergarten teaching kids how to read. So those are my three online teaching three online teaching programs: VIPKID, Gogokid, Outschool. I also wanted to say the fourth way that I have income online is I have a Teachers Pay Teachers store. Now, if you are a teacher in a brick and mortar classroom, you probably are creating some of your own worksheets, your own lesson plans, your own printables, your own letters to parents. You can sell, if it's something you create, not something you borrow or steal the idea. If it's something you create, you can sell that on Teachers Pay Teachers. And I started my Teachers Pay Teachers store, I think 8 years ago, a long time ago, just because I was creating worksheets and I thought I might as well share them with my coworkers and other teachers. So I started back then, and it's just been growing and growing and growing. As I subbed in as I worked in kindergarten, I put up kindergarten resources. As I worked in third grade, I put up third grade resources. As I went through the hiring process and subbing process, I put up hiring resources like resumes and cover letters and subbing materials. And now that I'm an online teacher, I have some online teacher products up there too. So it's really like whatever has been useful to me, I like to share on Teachers Pay Teachers. So if any of that stuff is interesting to you, you should go look at my store. A lot of things are free on my store too, because I really believe in sharing with the teacher community too. So yeah, thanks, Danny. Thanks for your comments. Yes, it's good to start with all of these things with what you're comfortable with. So like with Teachers Pay Teachers, I started with kindergarten stuff because I was making it anyway, right? I wasn't creating things to make resources to sell. I was making things for my own classroom. And with Outschool, I'm starting with kindergarten resources because that's where my expertise is. So yeah, those are the 4 ways I'm making money online. If you have questions about any of these companies, let me know. I love helping people. Honestly, I am not a recruiter. I don't love that part of online teaching, to be honest with you. It's part of the reason I never got into like MLMs, because I am not a recruiter. I'm a teacher. So if you want someone to walk you through the process who is a teacher at heart, not a recruiter, I can help you. So yeah, that's my video for today. I hope you guys are having a great day. And again, if you have watched my channel in the past, I'm sorry, my videos have not been regular, and they probably won't be until the fall. I'm just going to be honest with you, because right now, as I've told you before, my priority is my children at home. So I'm sure many of you understand that. For everybody out there, happy teaching. I hope you're enjoying teaching. I hope your bookings are doing well. And I hope that with all the negativity, that you can just kind of push past that and really find joy in teaching. All right, everybody. Thanks. Goodbye. Goodbye.